options. Say less, say less. You stop the room when you walking. You let your hips do the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
We are just about 10 miles south of downtown. You get a look inside NRG Stadium in Houston, the home of the Texans.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
For the right to represent the AFC in this year's Super Bowl. Off we go on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Play action here. Mahomes, he's going to test this secondary right away. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mahomes. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. 3rd down coming up.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. First carry now for the former Badger Jonathan Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Yeah. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Ravens. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Off the play fake. Jackson. In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
So you find yourself on the verge of your drive stalling out. And not only do you pick up the first down, Mike, but you get a huge pass completion in the process. Really nice job keeping this opening drive of the game alive, as they're really trying to start this game on a high note.
Middle.
Now Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Once again, it's Barkley. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Jackson now. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Texans.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. And he missed it. Wow, don't see that very often. Justin Tucker, one of the best ever. His career extra point percentage close to 99%, but he missed on that one.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. First and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. It's the Ravens out front. More from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's second and 6.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is caught down the field. It's worthy. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Baltimore.
Yellow.
On the give, this is Taylor.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They go right back to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And a short pickup down inside the 10. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will take a 14-6 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. On play action, here's Jackson. The ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Don't be
afraid of the bounce. See, when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No, R&R's the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
That's how I be happening. This for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in it. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud. Put it on for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palms, spilling. Code 304, she don't want a 16. Renegade on the make it. Buy a tree, no love, I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran, gotta watch for the cameras. Before you get freaky, can't with no random needs. The sneaky, if police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Broken me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my game together, go to work. I've been hitting licks since flip verse first. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go to Barkley again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Again, it's Taylor. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now 2nd and 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. Hey, 57 color.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Texans nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Breaks through the contact.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Second and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Barkley inside handoff.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
13.
Jackson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
At the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Real quick, ready?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
A gain of 14 yards brings up third down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
180. 180 shot. Go right here. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 50 yards.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
First and 10, Taylor now.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston.
Terry McLaurin, 72 yards. And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
That is caught downfield. It's Worthy.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, 57, 57, 15. Yellow. What's that?
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Wisely will throw that one away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Ravens 21, Texans 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit, and they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Texans 10.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Now Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
At the 42-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Jackson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Travis Kelsey, 39 yards. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Second down, another run with Taylor. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. ETN up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
They'll get this complete to Worthy.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Jonathan Taylor saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 18. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery out.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Kelce. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. A give for Taylor running right side. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Yellow. Hey, red way.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow. 43. 43.
Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw it.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Micah Parsons
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Mahomes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may